With no crypto exit plan, 99% of investors will lose money this cycle. It's because they refuse to take profits. They listen to the crypto bros and think their portfolio is going to the moon forever. If you don't sell, you haven't made money. Full stop. Your unrealized gains are just a number on a screen. Using 8 years of real crypto experience, I'm going to tell you how to take profits step by step. And I'll finish by telling you exactly how I'm taking my profits with some of my positions, like XRP, Solana, and SUI. Chapter 1, Why Taking Profits Matters. Let's be honest. In a bull market, everybody looks like a genius. You could literally throw darts at the coin market cap list, hold for a few months, and boom, you'll probably see profits. That's why people get cocky. But here's the thing. Making money in crypto is easy. Keeping it is hard. And that's because most people don't actually realize their gains. They ride the wave up, but then they ride it all the way back down again. It's because of greed and FOMO. We've all heard the horror stories. People who had life-changing amounts on paper in 2021, 1 million portfolios that turned into 100k by 2022. Why? No exit plan. Let me be totally transparent. I put serious work into crypto throughout 2020. Picked 10 well-researched cryptos in January 2021. I banned Solana at just $3. I made really good money and actually took profit. But, and it's a big but, I made two huge mistakes. The first one was that I got into safe moon with £2,000. It went up to £68,000 and I didn't cash out. In fact, I still haven't 4 years later. Huge mistake. The second mistake, I tried to time the market top at the end of 2021, thinking Bitcoin was going to 100k. It didn't, and my 110k portfolio was down to 10k by March 2022. So I made profits, yes, but it could have been much, much better. What about you? What's your biggest crypto mistake to date? Don't be shy, get in the comments, because that info will help other investors. Chapter 2, when might the top be? Time the top is impossible, as I found out 4 years ago, but we can use history as a guide. Bitcoin has this beautiful 4-year pattern around the halving cycles. After each halving, we typically get about 500 days of bull market before the cycle tops out. That puts this cycle's likely top somewhere around October, November, Q4 2025, if you go by the Bitcoin halving cycle. Now, loads of you are probably rolling your eyes, saying or thinking this time is different. But let me ask you, was 2013 different? Was 2017 different? Was 2021 different? No. Personally though, I'm on the fence. I was thinking, well, I was almost certain the market top would be Q4 2025. But the counter argument is that this cycle might stretch out a little bit longer because of ETFs, institutional adoption, AI hype, interest rates, and liquidity. Here's my humble opinion. Yes, cycles do rhyme, but I do believe what experts like Raoul Pal are saying, that basically it's all about liquidity. And the longer we go on, I've just got a feeling that this cycle extends into 2026. Don't worry though, if you monitor the data I'll be talking about in a minute, you can plan for both scenarios to cover yourself. What about you? Do you think we'll peak in late 2025 or do you think Q1 2026? Again, let me know in the comments. And if this info resonates, hit the subscribe button so I can help more investors with my experience. Chapter 3, the exit plan, step by step. My intention is to make this as simple as possible. So here we go. Step 1, write down your goals. Like, I want a 2x or 3x to give me money for a house deposit or a new car. This will save you from FOMO and greed. Step 2, set price targets for your cryptos. This is just to give you an idea of what you could make. Some people just use price targets, but this isn't for me personally. Step 3, use data. Data that is based on history, like Bitcoin dominance or maybe the Fear and Greed Index. This will become easy to understand by the end of this video. Step 4, ladder out. Decide on your percentages. Personally, I'll be taking out 20% out at a time with most of my positions. This isn't an exact science, and there is no right or wrong answer. Step 5, stick to the plan. Sell and convert in a fiat currency like pounds, or you could convert into Bitcoin or stable coins. And here's the important part. Don't try to be perfect. You're not going to sell the absolute top. It's a fact. It's fine. It's normal. Professional investors don't aim to hit the top. They aim to capture like the middle 70 to 80% of the move. That's where real wealth is made. As always, nothing in this video should be taken as financial advice, and the full disclaimer can be found below in the description. Chapter 4, What to Do with Profits. This is where people fight, and you'll have keyboard warriors slagging each other off. This is important because taking profits is one thing, but where you put them next can define your future wealth. Some people will say keep everything in stables and wait for the bear market in 2026. Others say move into traditional assets like stocks, real estate, or even bonds. And then you've got the gamblers who will double down into small cap altcoins, hoping for a 10x or 100x. My approach, balance. Boring, safe assets like stocks, index funds, and real estate. With some of my positions, I'll be keeping a small percentage long term. And depending on how it goes, I might put a very small percentage in AI and gaming towards the end of the cycle, when everything is going mental. Just for a bit of fun, because I've got gambling in my blood. Let me know below, if you take profits this year, where are you putting them and why? Into safe assets, back into crypto, or YOLOing into something riskier. Chapter 5, Using Data and Indicators to Time Profits. Before I give you some examples of how to take profits with some of my positions, I'll tell you the data I'll be using to help me to take them profits. Because it's not just about gut feeling or waiting for Q4 or Q1, you can actually watch certain macro and technical indicators to know when it's time to start laddering out. Here are the important ones in my opinion. 1. M2 money supply. When liquidity in the system is tightening, M2 growth slowing, risk assets like crypto usually suffer. If money supply is shrinking, it's a warning sign. 2. ISM Manufacturing Index. This is a US economic indicator. Readings below 50 signal contraction. If the economy slows down, investors often pull money out of riskier assets like crypto. If it gets to between 55 and 60, this is time when I'll be looking to take profits. 3. Technicals. 200-day SMA and 50-day SMA. These are moving averages. When Bitcoin falls below the 200-day SMA, it's historically a bad sign. Watch the golden cross, 50-day above the 200-day, and the death cross, 50-day below the 200-day. If we are above the 50-day and 200-day SMA, it's a good indicator that we are in an uptrend. If it drops below these levels, it might be time to take profits. 4. RSI, Relative Strength Index. If RSI on Bitcoin is above 80 on the weekly chart, that's a huge red flag. It means things are overheated. And again, potentially time to sell. 5. Fear and Greed Index. When this hits extreme greed, 90 plus, historically that's been close to cycle tops. When everyone is euphoric, that's your cue to be cautious. Basically, go against the herd. When everyone gets greedy, you really need to think about taking profits. 6. Bitcoin dominance. If Bitcoin dominance is spiking, it usually means alts are bleeding, a defensive market. If dominance is crashing while alts are mooning, that's usually near the euphoric end of the cycle, based on historical data from the last 2 cycles. I'll be looking to take profit when Bitcoin dominance is in and around 50%. 7. Others dominance. Altcoin sector dominance. This is cryptos outside the top 10. When this starts to pump, you know alt season is in full swing. By combining these signals, you don't have to guess the top. You can spot when conditions are getting frothy and start selling into strength. So let's put it together. When M2 growth starts really slowing down, when the ISM is well above 50, Bitcoin dominance is dropping well below 55% and heading towards 50%, I'll personally be taking profits. What about you? Which indicator do you trust the most? Technicals like RSI, macro stuff like M2, or maybe keeping up to date with YouTube videos like this one? Let me know in the comments. Chapter 6, exactly how I'm taking profits. Now I'm going to tell you how I'm going to be taking profits with my 5 top positions. Here it is in no particular order, starting with SUI. I have a profit target of $15 for SUI. I won't go into the why I'm so bullish or on any of my coins. If you want to know more about them, do a quick search here on YouTube. I'm going to take 20% out when SUI hits $5. Then I'll be using the data I've already mentioned to ladder out, taking 20% out each time. I'll leave 20% in long term, not perfect, but nice and simple. H bar is very similar, but my initial profit target is $1. Again, I'll take 20% out and then I'll be laddering out, taking 20% out each time. And again, I'll leave 20% in long term. Solana is a bit different. I'm going higher risk with Solana. This is because I've already made decent profits in 2021 and again in 2023. So I'll sell 20% at $500 and the rest I'll take out at around $750. XRP is again slightly different. I'm very bullish, but I wouldn't say I was part of the XRP army. I would say I'm more realistic. See below for a recent video where I go into why I think XRP doesn't get to $1,000, like many crypto bros will lead you to believe. Anyway, I'm going to sell 50% over the next few months using the data I've mentioned, but probably 10% at a time. Then 50% I intend to keep long term. Now I'm going to tell you about an AI coin that many legit crypto experts feel is very similar to Bitcoin, and that is Tau Potenza. I'm going to sell 20% when it gets to $2,000, then 60% at $5,000. My final 20% is for long term. My other positions I would say are very similar to my approach to Sui. This isn't me saying I'm an expert with my 8 years experience. Just follow what I'm saying, what I'm doing, because I'm not an expert. I'm simply an experienced investor who's trying to help you and give you some examples of what you might do, what you could do. Now this is important. I'm going to ask a big favor. Well, two actually. First is to hit the like button to support me and my channel. Second, get in the comments and tell me all about your exit strategy. This is going to help other investors because you might have beginners watching this video who have no idea how to take crypto profits and could do with as many examples and ideas as possible. Summary. Here's the bottom line. Unrealized gains are just a fantasy. The only profit that matters is the one you actually take. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Taking profits really matters. It can be game changing. Time the top is impossible. Don't try to be the smart ass because greed is kicking in. Think about what you want to do with your profits. But most importantly, really think about how you are going to take profits. Don't just follow me or any of the crypto bros. Watch all the exit strategy videos you can, as many as you can, but don't just watch them. Watch them and take notes so the info really sinks in. Let's circle back to the start. I believe up to 99% of retail investors will fail miserably and will lose some or all of their hard-earned money. If you want to learn exactly how to be the 1% who actually take profits step by step, see below for a recent video. And thanks for watching.